I'm Todd Henderson. Today we're going to be installing the Airaid cold air dam into this 2012 F-150 with a very popular 3.5 liter EcoBoost twin turbo V6. Now the parts we're going to have is the Airaid Synthemax filter. This is an oversized filter. It's going to breathe a whole lot better than your stock paper filter. This is your heat shield. This is going to assemble together, help keep the hot air in the engine compartment and the cold air inside the filter compartment. And it's going to seal against the hood of your truck with this rubber seal. This is your air meter tube. Depending on the year of your truck, it's either going to install to your mass airflow sensor or your MAP sensor. And another great thing about Airaid is they bundle all the hardware completely separated, so at a glance you can tell that you got everything you need. So let's go ahead and get started. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the negative battery terminal. What that's going to do is that's going to allow the computer to reset itself. We're going to do that with a 10mm socket. Very important thing, make sure that your ratchet doesn't reach over and touch your positive terminal while you're doing this. Bad things happen. Now depending on your truck, we'll either be replacing the mass airflow sensor or the MAP sensor, one of the two. This is the MAP sensor here. If you look at the air meter tube, you'll notice you got two plates here. Since this is the mass airflow, or this is the MAP sensor, we'll be removing this plug right here, and this will install right here. Now you'll notice also that'll rotate the MAP sensor to the bottom because that meter tube is going to plug in to the heat shield right here. So first, we'll go ahead and remove the MAP sensor now. Next, we want to go ahead and disconnect the factory air box from your air tube. I'm doing that with an 8mm socket. We're just going to loosen this up. That slides right off. Next, we're going to go ahead and pull these clips here, just like we're changing out your air filter. We can set your factory air box to the side. We won't be using this again. Now we're going to remove the factory air filter. Now check out the size difference of these filters. This synthetic filter is going to breathe a whole lot better than this paper filter, a lot more surface area and a lot better flowing media. Now we're going to put together our heat shield. Heat shield goes together very simple. You want to make sure these tabs are to the outside. I'm going to line up these holes. So we're going to have 2 holes here and 2 holes here. We're going to put them together with these 4 screws, washers, and nuts. Line up those holes, put them right through. Now that we've got the heat shield put together, we're going to go ahead and insert the air meter tube into the heat shield. You'll notice we've got 2 threaded holes that go right into that meter tube, and that's where we're going to insert these 2 Allen key screws. And we've also got 2 washers for those Allen key screws to go through. Next, we're going to go ahead and install the air filter onto the tube. Now we're going to install it into the truck. Before we do that, we're going to remove this plug where the mass airflow sensor is going to go. And then go ahead and insert mass airflow sensor into that same spot. It's going to pop in, and we're going to have a screw provided with a washer. Start that into place, and then to tighten that down, we're going to use a 5/32 Allen key. Now you'll note on the back side here you got some tabs sticking out. They're going to lock right into the same location that your factory shield locked into. Just going to drop this into place. Then we're going to fasten the factory clips. Heat shield is now locked in. You attach the factory tube and tighten that down with the 8mm socket. And while we're here, we're going to go ahead and tighten down, make sure the air filter is nice and tight. We got a gasket. We're going to go ahead and pop this into place. This gasket is EPDM rubber. It's got metal clips that are built into it. So you just force it down on top of that heat shield and it bites down into place very nicely. Now we can go back and reconnect the negative battery terminal and fire it up. Well, that concludes the installation of the cold air dam from Airaid on the 2012 Ford EcoBoost. I'm going to go ahead and take it out, see what kind of performance gains I get, and see the sound difference. If you have any questions, don't forget to call the experts. We're here to help.